Hello Reader Babes, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for finding me. I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the books that I want to read in 2023. So the year is almost up. I think we've got like 6-7 weeks left or something. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about all the books that I plan to read. I think I'm going to complete this list because I have a lot of annual leave before the end of the year. And I have no plans other than to be reading. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start off realistically. Okay, on Friday, it's Sunday today, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is coming out. Now, Hunger Games takes up around 7% of my personality. Okay, it's my favourite franchise in the whole entire world. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Okay, right. I bought these special edition books of the Hunger Games because I haven't read any of them. I know a crime. So I'm planning to read them all, but I've watched all the movies, obviously. I've watched all the movies, but I haven't read any of the books. So I'm planning to read all of the books, but before the movie comes out on Friday, I'm definitely planning to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I bought the special editions. They're so beautiful. Hold on, I'll show you. Don't beg me. I'm coming. Okay. Isn't she gorgeous? Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Hunger Games, what are you doing? This is the prequel, so this is about President Snow, and we're going to get a bit of background as to the year he was, I think, mentoring somebody for the Hunger Games. So the movie comes out in 5 days. I need to read this before the movie because for all the other ones, I've watched all the movies, but I haven't read the books. But for this one, I want to read the book before I watch the movie. So this is hopefully the first book that I'm going to complete in this video. I am currently reading, it's back there, I'm not going to get up again. I'm currently reading the Harry Potter series. I was at first going to say like, oh, I'm going to aim to finish the first 4 this year and then the rest next year. That's not going to happen, okay? I'm in it and I'm hooked. I just finished the 3rd book and I only started recently. 4, 5, 6, 4, book 4, book 5, book 6. There's 4 books left. And I lied. I'm going to go get them. I lied. I'm sorry. Okay, so I've got the rest. Book 4, 5, 6, and 7. And yes, I'm planning to finish them all by the end of this year because I am hooked. I'm in it. Okay, I'm in Hogwarts with Hermione, Harry, and Ron. We're part of this. There's 4 of us now. Okay, continuing on with series. I read Divine Rivals this year. I absolutely loved that book. And so I have absolutely every intention of continuing it. I think it's only 2 books, which I love. I love a short series. And I think it's called Ruthless Vows. And it's out like December 26th. But that's enough time. I've got 4 whole days to read it before the year is up. So I shall be reading that next. Continuing on with the series that I am currently in the middle of. I am currently in the middle of the Magnolia Parks universe. I am doing a separate reading vlog on this, most likely. I actually already read the first 2 books a while ago and I was like, yeah, I'm going to call it quits because I wasn't enjoying myself. But then I just found myself being curious as to how these kids were doing and I decided, do you know what, I'm going to jump back into the world. And I picked up the 3rd book, which is Magnolia Parks A Long Way Home. And I am thoroughly enjoying myself. Everyone is still annoying, but we have a little bit more context as to why they're annoying. Doesn't mean I forgive everybody, but I'm having more fun reading it. So I plan to finish this hopefully soon. The last book is Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. And I am thoroughly excited. So the first book is about a girl called Magnolia. The second book is about a girl called Daisy. And we're following their lives pretty much. 2 completely different people. Yes, they know each other, but they're not friends or anything like that. And out of the 2, I prefer Daisy. So I prefer the second book a bit more. She did piss me off towards the end, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm actually really excited to continue on with her world, more than I was for Magnolia as well. But I'm having fun in Magnolia as well. So hopefully me and Daisy become friends again. In terms of series, I think that's all of them that I have started and want to continue. I did start the Never After series by Emily McIntyre, which is like the Disney dark retellings. So I started with Hooked, but then I started exams again, so I stopped reading. But everyone says Scarred, which is the second one, is a lot better, and I'm quite curious. So I think I'm going to add that to my list of books I want to finish this year. I think that's all the series that I want to continue that I have already started. In terms of a new series I plan to read this year, I plan to read the One Dark Window book. I don't know what the name of the duology is or the whole series. I'm holding my hand so awkwardly, but a picture should hopefully be here. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to read the One Dark Window series because I am feeling left out. Okay. Everybody who talks about that book says it's the best thing since sliced bread. I don't think I've come across a negative review on that book. So I am hoping to join the gang. Okay. I want to be there. Stop leaving me out. I will catch up. So yes, so that's next. I need to add some fluffy little romance books to this list because that's my forte. That's where I sit on this side of BookTube. So I really want to read Love Theoretically. I saw this in the works and I picked it up. A lot of people have said really good things about Ali Hazelwood. She wrote The Love Hypothesis and that went super, super popular. I haven't read it and I've heard mixed things about it. Like, I know for the most part people love it, but I have heard a few like, oh, it's not my favourite book reviews. However, I haven't really seen that with this. With this one, people have only really said good things as far as what I've seen anyway. So I think I'm going to start with this one. So I picked up Love Theoretically. In terms of another fluffy romance that I really want to read this year, Forget Me Not. I hate this cover. I'll tell you why I aggressively hate it, because the American cover is so beautiful. I'll put a picture here. That's gorgeous, whereas this is just so disrespectful, but I got it from the works and it was like £3, so I really shouldn't be complaining, so I will shut up now. But it's about, I think this is like a enemies to lovers / they used to date, and I think one of them I think he's a florist and I think she's an event planner. I'm really going off a video I watched like ages ago. I think she's an event planner and they have to work together and then they fall in love. Yeah. Okay, this one is not a fluffy little romance, but I watched the Daisy Jones and the Six series on Amazon Prime and I really, really liked it. I knew it was a book before. I've actually owned the book before I watched the movie or watched the series, but I don't know why I just never picked it up. But then I was chilling one day, saw it, and I was like, let me watch it, and I watched all of the episodes and I thought it was really, really good and it made me want to read the books. So Daisy Jones and the Six is the next book that I'm going to add to this list. So I want to read Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I've literally only heard like the most amazing things about this book. Loads of people say it's really, really cute and really, really funny. So this is one of the books I'm adding to my list. This is also a series. I think it's the Brown Sisters series. So there's 3. So hopefully if I love this one, I can jump into the next ones. I think that's all for the fluffy little romances that I have. Oh, I'm lying. I'm absolutely lying. I want to read Only for the Week. I can't remember who wrote it. I think her name is Natasha. I will put her name on screen. Okay, the next book is not a fluffy romance. I think it's a fantasy, but I've heard really, really good things about it. I bought it because of the hype. However, after I bought it, a lot of people said that you need to read Shadow and Bone first. But everyone says you need to read Shadow and Bone first, but Shadow and Bone isn't good. Sorry, I'm not going to sit there and read a book that's not good. Anyway, my cousin read Six of Crows. That's the book I'm talking about. My cousin read Six of Crows without reading Shadow and Bone, and she said that she got the book, loved the book, understood the book, and she said that she doesn't feel the need to watch Shadow and Bone or read Shadow and Bone first. Sorry. So I'm gonna follow my baby cousin's footsteps, and I plan to read Six of Crows. Everyone says that this book is absolutely amazing, so I'm very, very excited to jump into this as well. Okay, sorry if my lighting is a bit off. My lamp doesn't want to cooperate with me. I think I've listed all the books that I definitely want to tackle this year. And I think that this is a realistic number. I think I've listed 15 or 16. So that's the plan. I have got a few in my TBR card that if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. I'm not going to be too upset about it, and I'm going to list them all now. Okay, so the first one is I Feed Her to the Beast and the Beast is Me. I bought this book solely because of the cover. Look at it. Gorgeous, right? I can't tell you what this book is about. I think I read Their Vicious Games and then on Amazon it came up as a suggested. I saw the cover and I pressed buy. I have no idea what this book is about. If I get to it, I get to it. And then this next one, I think this book is doing really well, like overall, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Like, then again, it's not the type of book that I would usually read, so it's not going to be on my For You page or my suggested page, but it's the Murder Club, the Thursday Murder Club. I think this is about a group of old retirees who live in a house and they basically solve like unsolved cases. I think that's the premise of this book. Every time I go into like Waterstones, it's all on special shelves, and if I go into W.H. Smith, it's like on the ranked list and stuff like that. So I think this is a book that's doing really well, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it. And it just sounds so wholesome, like a group of old friends, like solving cases together. I don't know, it sounds really cute to me. So this isn't on the I must finish this by the end of the year, but if I get to it, I think it'll be a cute, fun read. Okay, so the next maybe is I read Beartown by Frederick Backman I talked about it in my October reading wrap up, and I really, really loved that book. But when I was reading it, I did not know it was a series. I thought it was just a one and done. And I don't know if I want to continue the series. I think it ended really, really well. And not only did it end well, you kind of get glimpses as to how some of these characters do in the future. And I felt like content and satisfied with that. But I think if I'm bored, or if I'm just finding myself to be curious, just like how I was with the Magnolia Park series, I think I might jump into the next book, because I absolutely loved some of the characters, and I do want to check in on them, but it's also not a massive priority. So I don't know what the next one is called. I'm going to add a picture. So this is the final book that I am going to talk about today, and I'm going to put Akatar on the maybe list. And the reason I'm going to put it on the maybe list is because I've seen too many videos of people say, I'm so jealous of people who get to read this for the first time. I want to be able to read this for the first time. And I'm sitting here not having read it ever. And I feel like, am I being silly? Like, this book has so much hype. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. It's not the type of book I usually read. I don't know. I'm not going to put this on my 100% TBR. I'm going to put this on my maybe. If I find myself thinking I want to read a fantasy, I don't think I have too many fantasies on the list, then I think I might pick this up. But it's not a huge priority. But I'm going to add it to the list. But yeah, I think we've got a good number of definitelys, a good few maybes, and I will catch you guys up hopefully soon. So yes, if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if this was a little bit entertaining and you want to see me again. But yeah, cool. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good week. Bye.